Beneath the surface of your awareness lies an entire universe, vast, uncharted, and pulsing with silent power. This is the realm of the subconscious mind, an invisible force that shapes your thoughts before you think them, your choices before you make them, your reality before you experience it. Like the moon pulling the tides, it moves you in ways you seldom perceive, weaving the unseen threads of your habits, fears, and deepest desires. You may believe you are the captain of your ship, but beneath the deck, in the hold of your psyche, an ancient intelligence is steering, one that remembers every wound, every triumph, and every whispered promise you've ever made to yourself. The subconscious is not some shadowy basement of forgotten memories. It is the silent architect of your life. It speaks in symbols, in dreams, in the inexplicable fears that grip you without reason, and the sudden intuitions that save you without explanation. It is the reason you can recall a childhood melody decades later, why you flinch at a tone of voice you don't consciously recognize, why you fall into the same patterns no matter how fiercely you resolve to change. This is the paradox of human consciousness. We are both the sculptor and the clay, the programmer and the code. Modern neuroscience confirms what mystics have always known, that 95% of your mental activity occurs below the threshold of awareness. Your subconscious is the factory where beliefs are forged, the library where every experience is archived, the artist that paints your perception of reality. It does not argue, it obeys. Tell it you are unworthy, and it will orchestrate failures to prove you right. Convince it you are limitless, and it will open doors your conscious mind never saw. The question is not whether the subconscious shapes your life, but whether you are shaping your subconscious, or letting it shape you. The subconscious mind operates by a logic that defies linear understanding. It speaks in whispers of intuition, in the somatic language of gut feelings, in the cryptic symbolism of dreams. Unlike the conscious mind, which analyzes and debates, the subconscious simply accepts. It does not discriminate between truth and fiction, between what you vividly imagine and what you physically experience. This is why visualization holds such power. To the subconscious, a mental rehearsal is as real as the event itself. An athlete who meticulously visualizes a perfect performance primes their nervous system as effectively as physical practice. A student who sees themselves failing an exam unwittingly programs their mind to fulfill that fear. The subconscious is a faithful servant, but a literal one. It obeys whatever is impressed upon it with enough emotional intensity or repetition. At its core, the subconscious operates through three immutable laws. First, the law of emotional dominance. It prioritizes feelings over facts, which is why traumatic events imprint so deeply while mundane details fade. Second, the law of pattern recognition. It seeks familiar rhythms, even harmful ones, because predictability equals safety in the primal mind. This explains why people unconsciously recreate childhood dynamics in adult relationships. The subconscious mistakes familiarity for security. Third, the law of symbolic communication. It bypasses language to speak through bodily sensations, déjà vu, and synchronicities. That inexplicable dread in a seemingly safe situation? The subconscious recognizing a forgotten threat. That sudden inspiration in the shower? The subconscious finally delivering an answer your overthinking conscious mind blocked. Perhaps most crucially, the subconscious is the keeper of your limiting beliefs, those invisible fences erected by past experiences. A child criticized for singing might grow into an adult whose throat tightens at karaoke, their subconscious still protecting them from that old judgment. These beliefs form the silent scripts of your life. I'm not good with money. I always get sick in winter. Love ends in abandonment. The subconscious doesn't argue with these statements. It works tirelessly to make them true. Yet this same mechanism becomes revolutionary when flipped. Install a new belief with equal conviction, and the subconscious will move heaven and earth to manifest it. Ancient cultures understood the subconscious long before psychology gave it a name. They called it the underworld, the dream time, the realm of gods and spirits. In Egyptian mythology, the subconscious was represented by the duat, the nocturnal landscape where souls journeyed through trials to be reborn at dawn. Every night, the sun god traveled through this hidden dimension, facing serpents of chaos that sought to devour him. This mirrors our own nightly descent into the subconscious through dreams, where repressed fears and desires take monstrous or magnificent forms. The Egyptians knew what modern science now confirms, that the hours of sleep are not passive, but a secret workshop where the mind processes, heals, and solves problems beyond daytime comprehension. The Greek tale of the Minotaur offers another potent metaphor. Theseus enters the labyrinth, a twisting, subterranean maze, to slay the beast at its center. The labyrinth is the subconscious itself, with its convoluted pathways of memory and emotion. The Minotaur represents the primal, untamed aspects of psyche we've locked away in shame. But the golden thread Ariadne gives Theseus reveals the true teaching. We need not destroy our inner monsters, only trace our way back to consciousness with what we find. Every anxiety attack, every irrational aversion, every compulsive behavior is a thread leading to some forgotten chamber of the subconscious where a minotaur still waits to be faced. Eastern traditions depict the subconscious as the moon's reflection on water, apparently real, yet impossible to grasp. A Zen master testing his student might demand, "Bring me the moon from that pond." The frustrated disciple who tries to scoop it out learns what we all must. The subconscious cannot be seized directly, only understood through its reflections in our habits, reactions, and creative bursts. Those moments of flow where time dissolves, the artist lost in painting, the athlete in perfect motion, are instances where the conscious mind steps aside, allowing the subconscious to take the lead. Like the moon's glow on water, its power is real precisely because it cannot be held. To harness the subconscious is to become both architect and gardener of your inner world, designing the structures while tending the organic growth. The process begins with awareness, catching those fleeting moments when an old script replays. When you hear yourself say, "I've always been bad at math," or "people like me don't get happy endings," you've uncovered a root in the subconscious garden. These aren't truths, but ancient seeds planted by past experiences, now grown into thorned bushes that shape your mental landscape. The work isn't to yank them out violently, but to gently loosen their hold while planting new, sturdier saplings of belief through deliberate repetition and emotional reinforcement. Nightly rituals become the watering can for these new seeds. The last 30 minutes before sleep are the subconscious's most fertile absorption period, what psychologists call the hypnagogic state. Here, visualization takes on transformative power. An athlete might replay their perfect routine not as fantasy, but as memory. A writer struggling with confidence might narrate their success story in present tense. The words flow effortlessly through me. These aren't affirmations shouted against doubt, but vivid sensory experiences offered to the subconscious as gifts. Over time, the mind accepts them as reality's blueprint. Similarly, morning pages, stream of consciousness writing upon waking, act as a dredge, bringing up the debris of dreams and uncensored thoughts for examination in daylight. The body, too, is the subconscious made flesh. Chronic tension often maps to unprocessed emotions, a clenched jaw from unspoken truths, stiff shoulders from carrying invisible burdens. Somatic practices like focused breathing or Tai Chi become dialogues with the deeper mind. When you consciously relax muscles during stress, you're sending a counter-message to the subconscious: we are safe now. This is why trauma-informed yoga can unlock memories words cannot reach. The body keeps its own ledger of experiences the thinking mind has filed away. In relationships, understanding the subconscious explains the magnetic pull towards certain people, not always by conscious preference, but because they resonate with old emotional frequencies. That coworker whose criticism stings disproportionately likely plays a note from your childhood symphony. The romantic partner who feels like home despite red flags may be matching an early template of love as entanglement rather than freedom. Recognizing these patterns allows you to respond rather than react, to choose rather than compulsively repeat. The journey into the subconscious is the ultimate act of self-reclamation, a homecoming to the parts of you exiled by time, trauma, or societal conditioning. This isn't about fixing what's broken, but recovering what was always there. The unshakable confidence buried under layers of not good enough, the creativity muffled by be practical, the joy that learned to hide behind protective cynicism. Practical transformation begins with a single shift, treating your inner world as sacred space. Each thought is a brushstroke on the canvas of your reality. Each habit is a love letter or a poison pill to your future self. The subconscious doesn't argue. It obeys the messages you consistently send. So tonight, as you stand on the threshold of sleep, plant one seed of intention. See it glowing in your mind's eye. Feel its truth in your bones. Then release it to that fertile darkness where all great change begins. Morning will come, and with it, the first subtle shoots of a new reality. One your subconscious has been waiting all this time to help you grow.